A very good morning to everybody. 大家早上好 Yay! Thank you for joining us this very morning. It's really early in the morning. I see all of you come in truckloads, bus loads rather, and joining us this very early morning. Please give yourself a big round of applause. 谢谢你们这么早来，谢谢大家的莅临。All right, my name is Charlene. Thank you for joining us this very morning. And this is the time of Your Life Celebration 2024, and it's organized by the National Library Board and as well as Singapore University of Social Sciences. And I also want to share with you, this is with the support of Nyan Kongsi. It is indeed a delightful day. Despite the rain and storm, I feel warm because we have so many audience here with us this morning. Now, this year's theme is connecting generations through discovery. So you can look around. This year, we have a lot of activities. In fact, so many activities that you can engage yourself with. And we have innovations as well as workshops for you, performances, and learning journeys. So I hope that you can have a fun few afternoon and a whole entire day with us. Now, we are also, today looking forward to connect with all of you. Now, with that being said, of course, we have our guest of honor here with us. And today we are also here to celebrate the launch of the National Celebration of Seniors 2024. And it gets really exciting because the rain also gets heavier and louder. So later on, as I invite my VIPs on stage, please clap louder than the rain, okay? So please join me right now to welcome our guest of honor on stage, SMS Tan Kiat Hao, Senior Minister of State for Digital Development and Information and National Development. Louder than the rain, please. Your applause. Woo! And joining him, we have Mr. Ng Che Pong, Chief Executive Officer of National Library Board. Woo! And we have with us Associate Professor Alan Chia. Let's welcome him on stage, Deputy Provost of SUSS. Let us also welcome on stage Mr. Noel Chia, Deputy Chief Executive Officer of Agency for Integrated Care. Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Well, actually, we also have a lot of viewers online as well. We are connecting with the community of our NLB board. And we just want to make sure that all of us say hi to them in the morning. So if you turn around, there's a camera right behind you. I just want to invite our on-stage and off-stage to wave to the camera to our online viewers. Good morning! Woo! Good morning! Yes. I'd like to pass the microphone over to SMS Tan to say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone! Good morning! Despite the rain and the storm and the winds here, we're all feeling very warm, very cozy. Wishing everyone a wonderful morning and a productive session.
Thank you very much. This calls for a photo op. Before the launch, we'd like to take a photo op with all of you. And later on, we're going to do an air horn launch of the national celebration of our seniors, okay? So 2024. So right now, let us, grab a group photograph with all our VIPs on stage. And of course, everyone here can participate together. If you have your phone and cameras, you can take it out. Meanwhile, in the center are all my official photographers. So gentlemen, please look forward and look at our official photographer right in front of you. And megawatt smile, please. Fantastic. How about thumbs up, please? Yes, this is for the good times ahead because later we're going to celebrate the National Celebration of Seniors 2024. Fantastic. Okay, so you know what, folks? This is going to be a very exciting day and we're going to kickstart with our own celebration right now for the launch. We'd like to invite our staff to bring out the air horn to get ready. Yes. So right now, we will be doing our launch and we hope that all the viewers who are online viewing this together can do a countdown with us. Wow, suddenly there's so many phone cameras out there, okay? So while you're busy using your phone cameras, folks, I need your voice. Everybody, can you lend me your voice? Yes? Fantastic. When I say, let's go, we will count down from 3, 2, 1 together, and we'll sound the air horn to launch a national celebration of seniors for 2024, okay? If you guys ready? Ready or not? Okay, if you're ready, we'll count on from 3. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's sound the air horn. Fantastic. Look at the backdrop. National Celebration of Seniors 2024 officially launched. Yes, you guys really pave our way for our future of this generation. Thank you so much to all our seniors, you know. And right now we have grab a group photograph with our backdrop for the launch of the National Celebration of Seniors 2024. Let's grab a photo for that as well. And ladies and gentlemen, this is time of your life celebration. We're going to connect generations through discovery. What a successful launch. Fantastic. And right now, I'd like to invite our VIPs to join us off stage to grab a Wi-Fi with everybody. That's very meaningful. This way, please. All right, folks, we also love to engage all of you in a shot together. I get a privilege to be a pseudo cameraman right now. Okay, while I have all my official photographers. All right, this is for publications. You might see yourself on the social media as well. So everybody can give me your megawatt smiles. All right. And we're going to do this shot prim and proper way. And then later on, you can have a fun thumbs up victory sign as well, okay? So everybody, ready? Our cameraman ready? Okay, all right, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, big smile. Fantastic. Okay, the next one. I need all of you to wave to my cameraman, okay? All right, because online viewers can see as well. Ready? 3, 2, 1, big wave. Good morning, everyone. Final one. Gentlemen, you look fantastic and perfect, but can I invite all of you to stand in the center here for the first row? All right, and our VIP, our guest of honor, with everybody at the back. So I can pan down the shot. It looks very, very impressive. Okay, great. All right. Oh, yeah, you can stand. It's okay. Yeah, we can pan down all the way, okay? All right, everybody, because we need you to make big actions, all right? You can big actions. You can say yeah, you can say good, all right? Make big actions. Ready? Big actions, okay? 3, 2, 1. National Celebration of Seniors successfully launched. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Please take a seat. Yes. Okay, folks. Wow, this marks the launch of an exciting week. We have the 3 days affair, 3 days program. So we're going to get the stage ready right now. While we get the stage ready, we're going to have celebration. And we have our folks ready by the side. I'm just going to do a quick interview with them because our next performance is a ukulele performance. So I'm going to go off stage for a while so I can speak to our ukulele performers. Okay, I'll try to go away from the microphone. Okay. All right. Okay, over here we have our ukulele performers over here. And they are from the Ukulele Ensemble Club. They're going to play for us. Okay, for this ensemble club, right? Who's Charlene? Where's Charlene? Charlene, yes. Can you join me over here, Charlene? All right, turn around, look everybody. Okay, great. Okay, Charlene, you're part of this Ukulele Ensemble Club. How many members do you have right now?
About 25 regular members.
Regular members, 25. And how many members are performing for us today?
17.
17. Now, this is can we step over here away from the speakers? Okay, next question is, who is the most senior performing for us today and how old is he or she? What they point, I hear him. Sam, how old? Okay, Sam, come over here, please. Sam, let's give Sam a big round of applause. Woo. Hi, Sam.
Morning.
Yes, you look like with a lot of wisdom. I wouldn't say the most senior. You look like the person with the most wisdom with you. How old are you?
81.
81 for Sam. Wow. And 81, you learn quite a number of skills. Is ukulele just recently picked up?
No, I do dancing.
Oh, you do dancing. Later, can I invite you to dance?
Sure.
do you need a partner? Okay, choose one. Okay, so you do dancing, you do ukulele.
Yes, and do a bit of workout.
A bit of workout. So I would say it's like a lifelong journey. You're having this active aging lifestyle.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. Any word of advice for the rest of the national seniors who are watching us online right now?
Well, I think everyone must do some exercise to keep yourself fit and enjoy life.
Are you all enjoying life to the fullest? Yes? Yay! Wow, so energetic. Okay, thank you so much, Sam. All right. So we're going to get them ready on stage, okay? So right now, as you see, we have about 17 seats on stage. They're going to get ready for the ukulele performance with a lot of melodious tunes. So I hope that all of you can give your utmost attention to all of them. And you can see that, well, there's a age disparity. We have young, we have middle age, and of course we have the seniors with us. But you know what? It's all about learning something together and enjoying music together. And music does make the world go round. And ukulele, I don't think it's that easy to pick up, but with a whole community of learning spirit, they can overcome any challenges. And this is the time of your life, really, truly, to discover new skills and new passion and new hobbies. So today, when you join us right here at NLB, we have 3 days of programs. In the afternoon, we have a lot more workshops and performances. But the magic here is when you join our event, you must get registered at the registration counter. Complete 5 activities out of the 6, and we will give you 1 mystery gift. And for you guys haven't completed any activities yet, you get mystery gift already. Kudos on you. But please join us at our showcase and exhibition later. Okay, so we're gonna get our ensemble ready. And Sam, if you're ready, you can plug in. Yep. Okay. We're going to get them ready to join us this morning. And right after this, ladies and gentlemen, we also have photo booth. If you're here with your, khakis, I see this morning one bus load of khakis coming down, right? We have a photo booth right over there. Okay, so you may take photo booth, and we're going to print unlimited copies for all of you to bring back as a safe keep memento. I think with this digital age, right? A lot of our photos are kept in storage. We don't have the luxury of printing that out. But here, we print the photos for you. You can bring back, you can put in a photo album and look back. For me, myself, I always print out the photos, so I give it to my, family, my mom, and my mother-in-law, all that. They can always refer to the photos because photos equals memories. Then you will not forget about all these memories, right? And at the end of the day, today we also have a talk about dementia. And this is also important because it's part of the memory journey, how we can deal with it as a caregiver. Okay, so it's all ready right now for our ukulele ensemble club who's getting ready to play for us. Are you guys ready to give them your thunderous applause? Apart from the thunder here, thunderous applause, please. Woo! All right, and let's join us right now as they get ready for the performance. So once again, this is the ensemble, and later on, right after this, we're going to have a few more performances. You may stay put with us to enjoy for the rest of the day. And later on, of course, right after this, we will also have Director of Voice and Deputy Director of the UK National Innovation Center for Aging to give us a keynote presentation right after this. So Dr. Corner is already here with us, and she's seated here with us. So that's going to happen right after the ensemble performance. So stay put, stay with us, sit back, relax, and get ready. Okay, and at 10:45, we will also have a talk that's about healthier SG and you, just like what Uncle Sam shared with us, right? Getting active, getting healthy. So we'd love to share with you some of the tips and hacks about getting at the top of your health. So today we will also be performing quite a number. Our third song will be a beautiful Chinese song called 小人物的心声. If you're in that era, which is my era, you will know that song. If you're the Alpha Gen, probably you don't know the song. But National Day, you'll probably hear that very often. Okay, fantastic. All right, we are ready. Folks, you ready? Ensemble, you're ready? Conductor, you're ready? Not yet. Ready? Not yet. Not ready. Not yet. Okay. Then I'll say a few more things. Okay, that's the task of the MC to make sure that everything is in control. Okay. Oh, we're good to go. Okay. The cue is we're good to go, and the cue is we need to have the final finale thunderous applause for the ensemble who's finally ready for us. Let's give them a big hand, please. Woo! I'll hand the stage over to you. And if you know, of course, the words of the title is right behind the stage. It's called Love Me Tender. And we're ready for our second song. Should I tell you, or would you be able to guess what tune it is? Okay, let me just test you guys. Let's get ready for the second song. And this is the iconic song Home by Kit Chan. And of course, this is truly home, where we all belong. Surely. And the next song, it's a 小人物的心声. If your guys are ready, you can clap along, sing along if you know the lyrics. And I know that our seniors definitely know this song very, very well. Yeah, 小人物的心声，平凡日子一样会充实. That's right. Every day can be really simple yet fulfilling. And you know, it kind of like transport us to the island of Hawaii. But right now we're at NLB. And now we are ready for our finale song. And this is a Malay number, if you know this. Dik Kanchong Katong. Dun, dun, dun. Wow, wave. Thank you so much to our ukulele ensemble club. Let's take a bow. One more time, everybody. Let's give the loudest applause, please. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Perfect. Thank you for serenading for us for this morning for the opening performance. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a talk and our Dr. Corner will be ready to share with us. In fact, she's all the way from UK, probably taken a flight 14 hours to join us here in Singapore. Thank you. The weather is a bit similar right now to UK. It's a bit rainy and gloomy at the same time. All right, but of course, the rain will subside. And later on, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have some refreshments for all of you. Our next segment, we're going to have Dr. Lynne Corner, who's the Director of Voice, as well as the Deputy Director of the UK National Innovation Centre for Aging. And this is going to be her keynote presentation. Now, we all know that, aging is a very big topic. A lot of countries are facing aging population, like Japan, like Singapore. So how can we best, make use of our aging population to give them a very dignified aging lifestyle? So good to hear from Dr. Lynne Corner, who has many years of research experience in this and who have also flown in all the way, taking 14 hours of flights just to join us to share with us her insight. Okay? So once again, right after this, ladies and gentlemen, we're serving refreshments, and about 10:30, we have some more performances, lots of workshops, a lot of topics to be covered throughout the day. So stay with us. Now we have got also photo booth for you to grab photos together. Okay, 所以待会儿我们在这里的朋友们都可以跟我们一起做一个合照，一个合影。然后呢，我们冲洗这个照片给大家，好不好？然后让大家可以好好带回去纪念一下今天的这个活动。So this is really truly connecting generations through discovery. NLB is where we have, young folks, family nucleus joining us here together. And we are also really delighted to see all our aging, seniors joining us here in one place. Okay, under one roof. Okay, so folks, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our keynote speaker, Dr. Lynne Corner. Let's give her a big round of applause, please. Please take a seat here. We got a microphone ready for you, just to make sure that you are comfortably seated to share with us all your golden nuggets of information.
Thank you. It's so lovely to join you today. As you said, I brought the English weather with me. So listen, my name is Lynne Corner. I am the director of an organisation called Voice. But first of all, I want to say thank you so much to friends and colleagues at SUSS for inviting me today, to the Minister, of course, it's lovely to join you, and to Kenny and friends who I see in the audience. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm just going to tell you a little bit, first of all, about some of the global context that we're working in, because obviously, this agenda for healthier, happier, longer lives is an agenda that is affecting every country across the world, in the UK and here in Singapore. And as we were discussing earlier, it's so important that we work together and learn together, share what's working and exchange ideas so that we can ensure that younger people who are already older, have the best possible chance for a healthier, happier, longer life. But of course, in the UK, 1 in 4 people are already over 65, and globally there are 2.1 billion people shortly over 65. So that's an important agenda that we all kind of work together on. But of course, these numbers aren't just statistics. We together are more than just a number. And what we set out to do about 10 years ago was to say, how can we actually harness this incredible wisdom, knowledge, experience, ideas, creativity, learning that is locked in older people and indeed in all our communities? And then how can we actually bring that together to co-create what's needed and possible for a healthier, happier, longer life? So let me tell you a little bit about that, because this for us is the core agenda, how we can actually celebrate generations coming together to exchange ideas and knowledge. All of that experience is perhaps society's biggest asset. It's the biggest resource, is our fantastic people in all walks of life, all backgrounds, all communities. And that's very much what we are going to talk about today and celebrate as part of this event. So in terms of the learning, if you just think about what every generation brings, for sure, younger people might have more digital skills, might have new knowledge, but actually each generation possesses unique skills, and it's so important to share that and pass that on. Older generations perhaps have long experience and decades of perhaps softer skills like negotiation, having worked for many, many years. How can we exchange that and share that? As part of all of our cultures, I love the song from the ukulele, and I understand that one of the songs was about the importance of Singapore and so on. But that cultural preservation, how we can actually pass on the wisdom and knowledge and culture about understanding our roots, our heritage, is just so important that we learn from the past in order to inform a better future. I think as well that wisdom and perspective come with age. And again, in an incredibly fast-paced, changing world, it's so important that we nurture all of that wisdom and that learning to get that sense of perspective about what's really important in life. And then again, in terms of enhancing togetherness, connectedness, celebrating what connects us rather than divides us is just so important. So enhancing that social cohesion, coming together so that we can focus on mutual interests, learning new skills, generating new ideas together. That's actually the core of what we've got to learn to do in terms of connecting together. And again, as we've got people living longer lives, it's pretty much changing every social norm. Everything we thought we knew about living life and aging well is changing. And again, in the UK, we used to have a system whereby all education was 18 and under. That's ridiculous when we're living to be well over 100. So we need to look at how we can develop learning, develop skills through life. And there is no reason why a teacher can't become a doctor. There's no reason why somebody who has worked as a teacher all their life couldn't become a researcher. And there's so many different opportunities. But what we've got to do is have policy and practice to make it as easy as possible and, of course, affordable for people to train, to pursue new interests so that they can live life to their fullest potential. And it really is an exciting agenda. Let me just tell you very briefly a little bit about us. We are the UK National Innovation Centre for Ageing. We were established about 5 years ago by UK government, really to help businesses and industry understand that people need innovation, people need products, services, technologies in their lives to help them age better. And of course, this is across all stages of life. Locked in the UK National Innovation Centre is our sister organisation, Voice, which stands for Valuing Our Experience. It's about valuing people like us here today, all that knowledge and wisdom, and how we can come together to co-create products, services and technologies for now and in the future. And at the centre of that is we're asking those key questions of what are people's real needs and wants? Not what we think they need, but what do they really need? What are their aspirations? What do they value? What do we care about? What are our hopes? What are our dreams? How do we actually get that optimism to come through so that we are really focusing on what's important? We have a chapter in the UK with about 10,000 members, but we're also establishing chapters across the world, working closely with Carol and colleagues here in Singapore, my colleague Cedric and others. And we have chapters in 6 other countries, in Taiwan, in Italy, Germany, US, Canada. And that reflects the need for us to work together on this important agenda. So citizens are at the centre of everything we do, and we specialise in bringing generations together to co-design and really focusing on those rich insights and rich stories about what people want, so that we really co-design together those products and skills. And I think as well, the important is that we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. People come together on around about a weekly basis. We do around about 250 projects a year. We work with scores of businesses, from startups to very established businesses, to bring forward the products and services that they need. Just a few examples. This is On Hand. On Hand is a social app on your mobile phone, and what it does is it helps to collect people who are working in big companies with older people who might want some help with day-to-day activities like shopping and so on. And it's actually about doing that through corporate responsibility. What we do as well with On Hand is that we took it to be an international organisation, and it really helps younger people find opportunities to support older people. But of course, increasingly, older people are also helping younger people. They're helping to mentor them, they're helping to kind of explore kind of how they can pass on their wisdom. And also it brings together health and sustainability. So a lot of what On Hand does is about protecting the environment and protecting and nurturing those skills and wisdom. Another area that we've done, and we did some work on this in Singapore as well, is that we know that people have a lot of needs as they get older, and we also work in terms of helping people who are unwell to kind of have the best quality of life and care that they can. So this is Symphysis. Symphysis is an Irish company that actually, we pose the question, hospital care is very, very expensive in the UK to provide, and it also means that people often have to go to hospital around about 6 times a week. It can be a full-time job being a patient. And also, whenever the person went to hospital, the family needed to take time off work as well, and so we were looking for innovations that could be provided in person's home that were perhaps traditionally provided in hospital. So this is Symphysis. It's a lung catheter, and we worked with the company to really kind of exchange those ideas, to actually co-design the product, refine it so that it could be tested in people's own home. I'm really excited about visiting the Living Lab on Thursday here. But this is an example of actual people like yourselves working with a company to bring forward a product that's much needed. It improves quality of life for older people. It improves quality of care for people. And most importantly, at this time of scarce resources, it reduces costs. And I think that's a really important outcome for everybody. A huge part of UK policy as well, though, as here in Singapore, is to make sure that this agenda is about having fun. It's actually about celebrating the joy that we can have of coming together to do this, to build connections together. And there's a lot of evidence from the UK now and here in Singapore that this type of activity transforms lives. It gives people a sense of purpose. It gives people a sense of contribution, which we all value. It improves self-esteem, and it really does improve our physical, mental, emotional health and well-being. So not only is it a good thing to do, it's a really healthy thing to do as well. So a key part of UK policy is to put this co-design and co-creation at the centre of innovation. And we work with many international companies, but also now we've got teachers looking at developing online learning courses. We've got retired architects designing lifetime homes. We've got nurses and carers helping to design services, for example, for people with dementia. So all ages, different skills, experiences coming together, meeting new people, developing new interests, but all the time we're really celebrating that wisdom, celebrating that experience, and really, really giving people that sense of purpose and contribution that no matter how old you are, no matter what your background, you have so much to offer, and it's so valued and appreciated. So it's really important that we, as I said at the start, make it as easy as possible for people to take part in this kind of activity. Of course, in the UK, we have some challenges. while we've been doing this for some time, we need to get better at it. We need to look at how we can combat the digital divide. Many over 80s especially are not online. It's improved since COVID, but we've got to get better at making sure that people are digitally connected in an ever-evolving world. And it constantly reminds us that we've got to combat ageism and stereotypes. They affect all generations. We've established with Edelman, one of the largest PR and comms agencies, something called Longevity Lab. And that's about really looking at generations, looking at what's important to those generations so that we can really kind of address ageism, because that really does blight opportunity and it really does prevent people from living their best life. We know that it's really important to make it as easy as possible for people to find these connections. And so we've been looking at kind of initiatives similar to this today to make it very visible and easy for people to take part. And then again, really putting an emphasis on lifelong learning, long life learning, indeed. And also looking at kind of how we can really make it as easy as possible for people to learn new skills, lifelong education. That's work in progress. We've got work to do in that area, but certainly a number of big initiatives now which are really, really emphasizing that so that we can really, really kind of celebrate lifelong learning and those education and skills. So it really is kind of a call to action, really, for us in the UK, but also working closely with you in Singapore. It's fantastic to see so much energy and focus on intergenerational connection. And we have such shared agendas. There's so much that's similar, so much that connects us. And we're looking forward to working very closely with you and continuing to do so in the future. But it's really a call to action. And, you know, the quote from Margaret there at the bottom in terms of connections between generations are just essential for the mental health and stability of a nation. I can think of few things more important than ensuring that we're connected together, that we celebrate through life, health and well-being, and really do celebrate and nurture the amazing wisdom and experience and creativity that's locked in all of us, the skills in all of us, the wisdom in all of us, but especially in older people, and really bring that forward to help with innovation, with research, and with policy development. I think it's so important that on a personal level with our own families, but then also at events like this, that we can come together and together we really do make that difference. And so, you know, we would love to hear from you. We're looking forward to establishing Voice in Singapore, working very closely with Carol and colleagues and others to really kind of celebrate all of that wisdom. Doesn't matter if you're 18 or 80, we have an enormous amount to give and something important to learn. So we really are celebrating the skills in us in terms of building on those generation connections. And I think when we're doing this, we are powering healthy aging in so many ways, because the effect on people's health is really, really significant. We know from a big study in the UK that perhaps the biggest blight on later life is loneliness. And actually, by initiatives like that, not only are we doing something very practical in helping research, helping innovation, but we're also helping to connect people and to make sure that people are less lonely. 80,000 people in Singapore living alone very shortly. Very, very similar in numbers, equivalent in the UK and the US. And so it's really never been more important to come together and to really kind of learn together. So we're not just enriching our own lives, but we're creating more understanding together. We're creating a much more knowledgeable and harmonious world for people of all ages, for now and for many, many generations to come. This is a real investment in our most valuable resource. And I think through intergenerational connection and exchange, we build so much trust together, and together we learn better ways to navigate the future and all that lies ahead, building a much more confident, prosperous, happier, healthier life for everybody. So we're building bonds and we're building blossoming futures for, remember that statistic, 2.1 billion people over 60. So thank you for inviting me today. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm looking forward to meeting so many of you over the next couple of days. But I really do, thank Carol for the invite and really celebrate intergenerational connection, because I think it's at the heart of everything we want to do for healthier, happier, longer lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lynne Corner. Yes, thank you very much for bringing also happiness and sunshine into the lives of the seniors here with all this active aging and lifelong learning. Thank you very much for your sharing. All right, folks, let's give her another big round of applause, please. Thank you. Wow, I see that all of you are so attentive and, just getting seated and learning and absorbing as much as possible. Now, today we're here to share with you lots more. In about another 10 minutes, we will have refreshments ready on this, on my left. We're going to set up the refreshment center counter for you to have some refreshments. Meanwhile, right now, we'd like to give you a little short break where you can take a little tour around the space where we will love to showcase some of the latest active aging innovation as well as booths, and there are many more. So in particular, I have this this is called the Will and Well inclusive fashion. I was told that why is it called inclusive fashion? It's because it's for people with a bit of disability where they cannot do simple things like buttoning their shirts. So instead of buttons, they have the magnets on the shirt. So you may take a look at the booth. And we also have a counter here where you could do this little machine here is able to test all your oxygen level in your body, your height, your weight, your temperature, your blood pressure as well. So if you haven't done that for a while, you can get it done and scan right now at one of the booths. This is just one of the booths to share with you. Of course, there's lots more. And we have Dex Lab. This is Dixie, our social robotic humanoid, to share with you more about dementia and caregiving. And we also have this IDS mat. It's a wellness arcade where you could play games interactively. If instead of you going to the arcade, you can have this at any of the aging centers as well, so that all the seniors can have a fun-filled game. There's actually a lot more. So later on, we're just going to go from booth to booth to showcase them. But meanwhile, it's really truly up to you to explore every single one of the booths with us. And do remember, just collect 5 stamps out of the 6 stations that you visit. Will give you a mystery gift. Okay, so let's get going right now, and later on when refreshments ready, I will just make an announcement and invite you all over. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.